This is going out to all the globe heads out there.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening.
Where my FE Warriors at? The earth is flat. What you know about that? Waking up and realize 500 years of the lies. It's flat. A material plane. You got the balls on the brain. Heliocentric insane. No matter how we rise, even up into the skies, the horizon is your eyes. They told us it was a globe, just so they could control our mind, body, and soul. Born into a brainwashed society, had you believing in the ball since you were age 3. Scientism, the new religion, put you inside a prison while constantly drilling that you live in a solar system. Space, the final frontier, keep them hooked with Hollywood, new movies every year. We've been hypnotized, all we've been told is lies in a heliocentric haze since Copernicus staked his claims. They tried to hide the truth. The fake landing on the moon was because they needed proof. So they had Apollo take a picture of the globe outside the window for the television show. Was it a painting or photo? I think math for the intro and Dubé for the info. Yeah, they put me in the know that NASA is just a show. Sayonara to the globe, cause it's flat, I'm gonna go.
By turning Earth into a spinning ball thrown around the sun and shot through infinite space from a godless Big Bang, they turn humanity into a random, meaningless, purposeless accident.
The Earth is flat. What you know about that? Waking up and realize 500 years of the lies, it's flat. They mess with our brains. Terra firma remains a flat and motionless plane. No matter how high we rise, even up into the skies, the horizon meets your eyes. NASA lies to our face. There's such a big disgrace. Never been to outer space. They try to hide the truth with pseudoscience proof to brainwash the youth. They told us it was a globe just so they could control our mind, body, and soul. It's flat, the material plane. You got the balls on the brain, heliocentric insane. Infinite plane or a dome, it may never be known, but the earth is our home. Yeah, want all my flat earthers out there to sing along. Yeah, come on.
up in conspiracy and history. We've been completely deluded for 500 years.
FE unity. P.
Davis knows. Hey, brother, what do you say? Is the earth flat or round?
Only God knows those things.
Well, I've been writing a song about a man named Boo. Well, some folks say boo-hoo-a-dee, and others say boo-hoo. He's a man with 303 cards and the truth. And this is a song about a guy called Boo. Well, I've been writing a song about the man they call Boo. So I ripped off an old melody, I've barely changed the tune. If I'm stuck, then I'll ask, what would Hooadine do when he's writing a song in the key of Boo? I might take a leaf out of his idiom book. If I'm stuck for an idea, then it's a place to take a look. I'll pick up a guitar, and before too long I'll get to the heart of the song.
Already suspicious as a government, they may as well have their suspicions confirmed.
Okay. And well, is that why you... Is that the stress of this? Pulled off one of the greatest.
And because I made a film.
So don't freak out if his name's a bit weird, and don't get upset if you don't like his beard. Sometimes he wears it short and other times it's long, but he gets to the heart, he gets to the heart, he gets to the heart of the song. The heart of the song.
Slowly and uncomfortably, we draw nearer to the pole.
South Pole, 58 Juliet Hotel. Do you copy? Over. 58 Juliet Hotel, South Pole. Roger. We're about 15 minutes out inbound. I have a couple of pieces of information for you. When you land on the skiway, you'll see a number 9 marker and recommend to pull off well off the runway and park the plane there. How copy? Yeah, you're coming in 5 square there. Roger that, and I've got one more little piece of information here. There is no certified runway or airfield available, and the U.S. government cannot authorize a landing. How copy? Roger, we copy that. Okay, have a good landing.
So we're brought down to Earth. The goal of our 5.5-month journey is within our grasp, but the radio conversation with the base is a reminder of an awkward truth. No one really wants us here. No one really wants us here. No one really wants us here.
Well, here it is. We've landed at the South Pole, or at least tantalizing close. The only thing is I don't quite know where the pole is. So I'd better go and ask. Oh.
This is definitely not what I expected. It's a cross between the moon and a marshalling yard in the Midwest. I see domes and I see domes and I see domes and aerials and dishes and pylons, but I see no pole. How ironic it is that at the center of the world's most unspoilt wilderness, the needs of science have created a building site. But where's the pole? Perhaps it's kept indoors to stop it getting knocked over by bulldozers. Only one way to find out. This is the heart of the Amundsen Scott South Pole Station, established by the Americans 35 years ago. It's an extraordinary feat, proving that even at the most inhospitable place on Earth, life as we know it can survive. Outside, the temperature is 30 below. In here, they can wear Bermuda shorts and eat chili and blueberry pie. This summer, there's a record number of 120 scientists working here. One of them must know where the pole is. Well, now I know where it is, but not which one it is. Surely this can't be it, all gaudy like a fairground attraction. Thankfully not. This is what they call the ceremonial pole. Politicians who get this far like to be photographed here. At last I see it. And at last I'm on the point of joining the select ranks of those who have done what Scott and Amundsen never did. Stand on both poles.
At this point, all the world's lines of longitude converge on my toe caps. It's impossible to go further south than this. Every direction you go in will be north. At this point, I can actually walk right around the world in 8 seconds, as I will now demonstrate. It is the end of the world. It's also the end of our harebrained migration from north to south. I think the omens are telling us to stop. Just a while ago, the camera packed up because of the cold, and as you can tell, I'm beginning to pack up because of the cold too. It's minus 30 degrees centigrade here. With wind chill, that's about minus 50. We're also at an elevation of 9,000 feet, so there's altitude sickness to combat. But I think it's just that after 5.5 months on the road, the body is finally saying, pack it in.
This is definitely not what I expected.
Ah, the seasons. It gets cold in the winter. Flowers bloom in the spring. We get lots of sun in the summer. And leaves fall in the fall. See, the Earth's seasons affect every living thing on Earth. That's right. Seasons affect the way everything grows and changes every year. The reason we have seasons on Earth is because the Earth is tilted.
I mentioned the fake news media.
Right here with the solar panel plastic globe of science.
Mentioned the fake news media.
What's with the pancake? It's flat. What else is flat? The Earth. Today, I'll prove.
Don't learn off randoms. Revise with BBC Bite Size. We get it right, so you can too. Bite Size!
The more you look like a samurai, the better your chances of survival.
Millions of them. Millions or billions.
Haha, mean.
Lost my faith in science and progress.
I think it's true, actually possible that the world is flat.
Relax, take it easy.
Or flat. Or flat.
Seems on some of these, it's entertainment, and he does entertain the crowd.
The more you see it, the more you read it, the more incredible it is, and the more you will. It's like a great, you could say, I mean, I don't like to use this analogy, but like a great movie, great, incredible movie.
I'm the hand that Mona Lisa's skirt. What's left in your life? You're 33 years old, you're worth all this money. You say you didn't say that you wanted to work. It's great what the top of the dome as the rock.
Sometimes I'm discouraged by the shills and the haters, but then I see plainly daily numbers growing greater as the labor of a few can change the views of millions. See deception undone, the sun's crepuscular brilliance. The killing everywhere clouds my sunny disposition. If we don't change ourselves, we're never gonna change the system. A vision of compassion seen in my homie Eric's work showed me every single life in this world has worth and deserves to be respected unless it tries to deprive the life or the rights of others like you and I. Try to break the mold they sold you into in your youth and see not a single curve of proof, emotion to boot. Truth doesn't change, though the lies so often do. Facts speak for themselves. The second we're gonna take this world back, because despite all the lies, we can see the earth's flat. Smoking new bay, burning through another globe. Reawaken God consciousness, they wanna leave broke. We are all part of creation, that's a self-apparent fact. Even if they finally shut us down, the world is still flat. They can lock me up in chains, they can leave my work in flames, but the truth will never change. They can block a million videos, they can make up the stats.
Earth is a level, motionless plane with the sun, moon, and stars revolving over and around us, just as you experience every day. You are not living on a tilting, wobbling, spinning sphere pair with bendy oceans and upside-down people in Australia. You cannot dig a hole to China and find more sky below you. Water cannot curve around and cling to a ball, no matter how many times you say gravity grabs it. You know, gravity. It just grabs everything and sticks it to the globe.
It's smoking new bay, burning through another globe. Reawaken God consciousness, they wanna leave broke. We are all part of creation, that's a self-apparent fact. Even if they finally shut us down, the world is still flat. They can lock me up in chains, they can leave my work in flames, but the truth will never change. They can block a million videos, they can make up the stats. They can purge the whole internet, the earth is still flat. It's smoking new bay, burning through another globe. Reawaken God consciousness, they wanna leave broke. We are all part of creation, that's a self-apparent fact. Even if they finally shut us down, the world is still flat.
maybe not done before, and then repeat. Maybe not done before, and then repeat. Start. Maybe not done before, and then repeat. Start.
Right. Yeah, it's Johnny Apples in the headphone. Just want to remind people, don't let flat earth get you down the wrong, don't let it do it to you. Go study the beautiful earth that we live on, remember. Don't let flat earth get you down, darling. Don't let flat earth get you down. Don't let flat earth get you down, darling. Don't let flat earth get you down. Yeah, alright, cause we only want a little love. All I ever wanted was a little love. Just to be accepted, just to be understood by, society. That's all I ever wanted, really. I think that's all we ever really want to say, Don't let flat earth get you down. Don't let flat earth get you down, darling. Don't let flat earth get you down. Don't let flat earth get you down. All I ever wanted was just a little love, yeah. All I ever wanted was someone to hug. All I ever wanted was my darling baby, yeah. All I ever wanted was someone to drive me crazy, but don't let flat earth get you down. 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 Don't let flat earth get you down.
Theorist has finally followed the trail of flat earth breadcrumbs. I believe the earth is flat.
It did look flat out of my window.
Despite what big round earth money and their anti-flat earth agenda want you to believe.
On the surface, the earth floats around. Moon landing was faked, or the argument that the earth is flat and that scientists are covering it up. City of cold flat ground.
That stuff is flat.
I do know what's going to happen.
Wants to know what would happen if the Earth stopped rotating for a second.
Oh, yeah, that would be disastrous. I'm just saying, disastrous. Because right now, here in New York, you can calculate at our latitude, we are all moving with the Earth at 800 miles an hour. Due east, because Earth is rotating. If you stopped Earth and you weren't seatbelt buckled to the Earth, you would fall over and roll 800 miles an hour due east. It would kill everyone on Earth. People would be flying out of windows, and that would just be a bad day on Earth. I'm just saying. If somehow we all slowed down, so anything not bolted to the Earth would fly due east. 800 miles an hour. That's what happens to you in a car if you hit a brick wall and you're not wearing a seatbelt. You keep going.
Planet was created. There are a lot of people who disagree.
Should we still debate whether the Earth is flat?
Yeah.
But the truth of the matter is whether the Earth is flat.
If you can find a way to desalinate water using less energy than we use today, you would get rich.
Beijing and New Delhi, where they can't breathe,
They just wear masks. Wouldn't you want to make a fundamental change?
So things are going to change.
The food
in
is
China.
Same
thing. But Bill, there is no big glass dome. No, I know. Okay. But there is a big gas dome. A big gas dome. Get it? Glass dome, gas dome. Are you with me?
NASA polices deflector.
Ground and there's green grass growing all around, and green grass growing all around.
Where's the pictures from NASA? How come they don't have any?
They don't have that space kind of.
They don't have the technology?
No, they just never did it.
They also don't get these Japanese pictures. I've seen them. Put them up.
They don't
They're
have
terrible.
that kind of
Show
space
me a real
satellite.
picture. Show me a real picture.
Listen, NASA does not have one of those satellites.
Fake.
Why do you think that's fake?
That's fake.
Why does it look fake?
It looks like something you'd see in a movie.
That's because when they do it in a movie, they try to make it look like this, which is what looks real.
If that's real to you, man, shit.
You don't think it's real?
They faked 6 moon
Eddie,
landings.
dude, stop saying that because it's irrelevant. We're not talking. You watch some ridiculous kung fu video.
Stuff, the Earth together, essentially together, essentially how much stuff is in the Earth. It's pulling it down, pulling it together. Essentially, the bigger you build the thing, the more the force is. Together, essentially, like some sort of misshaped, potato shape. So together, essentially, aim in every direction.
Hello, YouTube. For more of the same, just click here and don't forget.
Where did you go? After the rapture, I was left with the ghost. A tepid reminder of what once was fire. It's just an ember. When it turns, the line blurs the truth ends, and the lying begins. It's like you're falling. It's like you're falling off the edge of the earth. It's like you're falling off the edge of the earth. It's like you're falling off the edge of the earth. Maybe one day the darkness will pass. One day the dawn, it will rise and the curse will lift like clouds that run from the sun's blinding light. No, nothing grows where the light don't show. It's yours to choose. Just know down this road you're gonna go it alone. I just want you to know that I miss you, and I yearn for the time long before rabbit hole, before you fell off the edge of the earth. It's like you're falling off the edge of the earth. It's like you're falling off the edge of the earth. Maybe one day the darkness will pass. day the dawn, it will rise and the curse will lift like clouds that roll from the sun's blinding light. It's like you're falling off the edge of the earth. It's like you're falling off the edge of the earth. It's like you're falling off the edge of the earth. It's like you're falling off the edge of the earth.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
That was a joke about the world being flat, right?
Was it?
I mean, if it works for them, sure. Fine. Earth is a giant ball of lava with a thin crust.
How mean.
Cause I can't keep track of the words you say. Slow down, slow down. Cause I can't keep track of the words you say. Slow down, slow down. Cause I can't keep track of the words you say. Slow down, slow down. Cause I can't keep track of the words you say. Slow down, slow down. Cause I can't keep track of the words you say. Slow down, slow down. Say slow down, slow down.
that's been going on. Hey.
Astronauts to the moon.
You've succeeded in turning me into a frickin' jack-in-the-box.
Unbelievable.
Hey, want to listen to some tunes?
Here is another example of the same spring water that was collected on a different day, and you'll notice the same kind of pattern.
So long.
Kodak paper. Not true. You've got to look for a store with a Kodak paper sign. Really, nobody gets it automatically. Even I don't. I do the commercials.
Take your name. So long. You know you're fully ready when so long. So long, take your name in vain. So long, take your name. So long, take your name in vain. So now take your music so loud. Take your music so loud. So loud. Take your music so loud. Take your music.
We know it won't run under its own power. We know we can't pull it. But if we could figure out a way to push it, huh? That's it.
Different types of people out there, and people get so angry with you or me for giving them just this different, like, opinion.
Information at your fingertips. And the controllers of society are well aware of this and have been long at work making sure to push the globe propaganda at all angles and censor this real information anywhere they can.
We know it won't run under its own power. We know we can't pull it. But if we could figure out a way to push it, huh? That's it. Don't stop, can't stop. It's like a freight train. Don't stop, can't stop until you feel it go down.
Le cercle complet, la planète.
And with that, I'll end with the story. So last month, President Biden and I unveiled the first photographs taken by the James Webb Space Telescope. I think we were all just in awe. I was sharing with some of the friends that when I first saw those photographs, I had a very intellectual response, which was wow.
Wow.
It started with a young dentist from the East Coast, Frederick McKay, goes out to Colorado Springs and notices something that he'd never seen before, which is a good chunk of the population had brown stains on their teeth. The people in Colorado Springs said they were used to it, so they thought nothing of it anymore. But he decided to try to find out what was causing this discoloration of the teeth, something that became known as Colorado brown stain. It was 30 years later and a lot of investigating before it was determined that it was actually fluoride in the water that led to the brown staining. Interestingly enough, though, along with the brown staining was no tooth decay. Tooth decay, which was very common, everyone had it severely. People with fluoride in the water didn't have tooth decay. So that led further investigators to start looking at, well, is there a balance of fluoride in the water that can prevent tooth decay but not cause that brown staining? So investigators started going around the country because fluoride naturally occurs in water. Most groundwater has some level of fluoride in it. Most has very low levels of fluoride, but some, like Colorado Springs, had very high levels. So in a series of studies over the course of the next 20 years, they determined it was about 1 part per million, a very small amount of fluoride that prevented tooth decay and had a very small percentage of kids still had a very light discoloration of their teeth. Instead of brown, it was very faint white, and this was called dental fluorosis. So the balance was made, and in 1945 they started an experiment. They paired cities. One city they started adding fluoride in the water. Grand Rapids, Michigan was the first, paired with a city that had no fluoride in the water. It was so successful after 5 years that about a 60 to 65% reduction in tooth decay in children that basically they stopped the experiment, and other cities just started adding fluoride to their community water supplies.
Le cercle complet de la planète Terre. 24 personnes, puis c'est toutes des Américains. I've spoken with enough people over the past while to realize that people are sort of, seems horrible to say, but kind of used to astronauts. We're used to people going up to space, to the ISS, whether it's billionaires, whether it's people traveling around the world. Lots of people have done that. But every time you see a picture from those people, those astronauts in space, you see part of the curve of the Earth. Because for close to 50 years, everyone who's gone into space has just stuck to the orbit around the Earth. In the entire history of humanity, only 24 people have actually seen the full circle of the Earth. Because you have to get at least most of the way to the moon before you can see that. 24 people have ever seen with their own eyes the circle of the Earth. And now a Canadian is going to be part of the very next people to see them. It's a great day for Canada. It's a great day for us all. Les besoins.
One baby to another says I'm lucky to meet you. I don't care what you think unless it is about me. It is now my duty to completely drain you. I travel through Cuba and end up in your
a vast amount of data that seems to indicate that there's some things out there that we really don't understand.
Except the one question that I have is, why would the military keep it a secret? Like, why would this be a secret, that there are existences of other life? It doesn't make sense to keep it from the public.
Well, I think the same reason why the New York Times thinks that we shouldn't know who blew up the Nord Stream pipeline. People that are in control of like very dangerous and very volatile information oftentimes feel like the public can't handle it. That's a common theme. I mean, that's one of the reasons why people want to stop even like obvious silly stuff on the internet. You know, like there's people that advocate to stopping people that believe in the earth being flat. Like, well, come on. Like, at what point in time do you just let people believe stuff? At what point in time do you advocate to, like, protect them from information?
Well, you know, I have, not to bring it back to me, but my podcast, the guy who edits it is a flat earther. And I haven't been able to convince him.
Well, you don't know astrophysics and you don't have access to scientists that can debunk each and every claim every step of the way of all these different things. I mean, the amount of people that would have to be in on this scam, you would literally need every person who's ever worked on every satellite, every space dish, or every telescope, space telescope, all the people that worked on the Hubble, all the people that worked on all the space travel, everything that's ever been done, every satellite image, everything that we know about the galaxy, everything we know about how we can detect planets by the gravity wobble that they induce in the stars when they go around them. We know so much about,
and so many people know so much that how did you not get that?
And there's so many people involved, and they all universally agree. Everyone involved universally agrees that all planets are round, and there's a specific reason for that. And the size of them it has to do with how much gravity they carry, and the Jupiter protects us from asteroids because it's so big, and we can watch them hit Jupiter. Like, the idea that all that's fake, it seems so wild that people buy into that.
More importantly, why? I always ask them.
It's fun.
It's fun?
Yeah, you understand the firmament, and there's this big glass cover over there, and the stars are just lights in the sky, and the earth is the center of everything, and the whole ride.
Well, then this guy, he's a good editor, and apparently he's having fun.
Well, it's further, and they're finding stuff. We in on this, and this is just, we're in a fishbowl. It's kind of funny. You want to believe? Hey man, believe it, flat Earth. Hey man, believe it, flat Earth. Now, imagine someone who went to school for what you go to school for, you know, whether it's audio engineering or coding, and it's someone who has no experience in whatsoever, just watched a bunch of wacky YouTube videos, thinks that all coding is fake, and that it's all horseshit, and we're all already in the Matrix, and it's all the New World Order programming us through avocados, or whatever it is. Hey man, believe it, flat Earth. Worked so hard to study through telescopes, and satellite telescopes, and the Hubble and the James Webb, and they're throwing things into space that hey man, believe it, flat Earth, and have massive lenses on them so we can see deep into the cosmos. And to say that that's all fake and that everybody's involved in it is kind of hilarious.
Well, my editor knows.
There's a lot of people.
Yeah, and he knows, and that's what I love about him. I find it actually fascinating.
Imagine, what if he's right? That'd be funny.
And we're all wrong.
It'd be funny if it really was this massive conspiracy, if we go like, hey man, believe it, flat Earth. And ancient scrolls that explain the whole thing. And that's really what's going on. And that these scientists are all in cahoots. Always, from the beginning, from Galileo. As soon as Galileo piped up, they go, shut up.
I love that you have a theory for everything, Joe.
Nah.
You do.
Nah.
You do.
Hey man, believe it, flat Earth.
You're like a theorist.
Not really.
Nah. You do.
Yeah,
You're doing what you do.
It is.
You do.
can tell you that there's sunshine again. She'll take the food right from your plate. She'll steal the crumbs you wanna save. She'll take your moon and your stars. So many miles, so many miles away, trillions of miles. She'll take your moon and your stars away. And when she thinks about all that's going down, will it only be an opportunity? Lead another with some mystery down the road to misery. Weave a little bit of fantasy, 'cause that's really what it seems like to me. So take your moon and your stars away. So many miles, so many miles away, trillions of miles. You take your moon and your stars away. Ask your price when you're lost on the avenue of broken dreams and attitudes. They'll even want to change your face, and at that point, baby, what's left to fake? You take your moon and your stars away. So many miles, miles away. She'll take your moon and your stars away. Not today, you'll never get my moon and my stars away. No, 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 not today, you'll never get my moon and my little lover's stars. Never get my moon and my stars.
Pushing a button and turning a dial.
It is Photoshop, but it has to be. But it's has to be. It is Photoshop, but it's has to be. It is Photoshop, but it's has to be. It is Photoshop, but it's has to be. Realistic. It looks kind of flat. Images over and over again. Realistic. It looks kind of flat. Realistic. It looks kind of flat. It looks kind of flat, or the clouds are sort of too see-through. Realistic. It looks kind of flat.
Either they're wrong, or they're out of office, or the world is flat after all.
Flat.
You know.
It's just natural. It's not a great disaster. People keep talking about it as if it's the end of the earth. It's talking about it as if it's the end of the earth. It's
flat. Do you remember? It's flat. Clear all confusion now. People don't know what to do. globe is in my home. The globe is in my home. Globe, globe. It's in me, the globe is my home. I'm too infinite, 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 infinite. Globe is in my home, the globe is in my home. Telling me the globe is my home, the globe is in my home, the globe is in my home. I'm too infinite, I'm too infinite, I'm too infinite. And I'm killing it, I'm draining it. And I said, it's fake as shit. Yeah, I was in the basement. Now I'm in the spaceship. Cause it's fake shit. Right on my camera. And I'm guiding the challenger. I'm smashing the actress. Cause that's all that NASA is. Space isn't real. The stars are a spirit. And I'm trying to do it real. I'm counting it. Space is so fake. Nobody can relate. So infinite, I'm so infinite, 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 infinite. Oh, I'm so infinite. Different, definite, yeah. Knowledge.
What?
The Earth is flat.
The point of this, it's funded. It's funded by a certain group of people.
Guarantee.
What?
The Earth is flat.
What?
The Earth is flat.
Shaq, what are you talking about?
The Earth is flat.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Double guarantee that too.
There have been 3 great theories claiming the world is a Mason.
What?
The Earth is
What?
flat. The Earth is flat.
What?
The Earth is flat.
I don't understand this at all. I don't understand it. This is so sad to see. I need some answers, y'all. So please come get at me. I'm not really happy to fall, so don't really get mad at me. So whatever I'm called, I still don't believe in gravity. First name Willie, last name Awesome. Scarecrow in the place, and I ain't gonna play possum. The sun's very close, so listen up, all you haters. Earth is flat, y'all from the dark side, bunch of robotic gators. Y'all overlook the important stuff. Wait, I'm getting pumped up thinking about it. The horizon's always the same from city to city, but y'all just too brainwashed, weighing me down like gravity. This isn't that hard. Atmosphere's the real problem. Earth isn't spinning. Jump up, you already know the outcome. Birth flight for 200 days, you don't even worry about one. Nothing bringing them down. Gravity, I really have doubts, son. Year after year, we have the same constellation. I can't believe we spent billions on the Hubble station. We never been to space. It's a fairy tale for an adult. They believe whatever NASA say. It's like a freaking cult. I get mad at me. So whatever I'm called, I still don't believe in gravity. Spaceman idiot, see you don't wanna be a space is a hoax getting played by the media. Makes me furious, that's why I don't take them serious. They think they're floating into space, haha, they delirious. Watching NASA's more funny than they Chris Rock. Gravity isn't strong, you can rise to the top. When it comes to my verse, my rhymes are top. Bring me out, astronaut better do whatever they're being told. Bunch of freaking clowns that belong to Circus Olay. They're getting away with murder like their name is OJ. The truth is that it is what's keeping me on the ground. Gravity doesn't exist, I wanna get off this merry-go-round. Sick of being played by a bunch of compulsive liars. You wanna be an astronaut, Freemasons required. We ain't movie, we ain't meant to leave this earth. But I still love this freaking world for whatever it's worth. I don't understand this at all. This is so sad to see. I need some answers, y'all. I'm not really having a ball, so don't really get mad at me. So whatever I'm called, I still don't believe in gravity. Oh yeah, haha. What up, Scarecrow? Yeah, that's the worst thing I ever did on the mic. I don't sound like a bird, do I? Oh well. Gravity doesn't exist. They fear the atmosphere. For real. That's the truth. They fear the atmosphere. Say it with me. They fear the atmosphere. Say it with me. They fear the atmosphere. Why? Because there's no gravity. No gravity, yeah. There's just no gravity. It just doesn't exist. They fear the atmosphere. They fear the atmosphere. Yeah. Hold up. I still don't believe in gravity.
Pardon me, everyone.
getcha. Yeah, what's up, everybody? Forgive me. Trying to figure out all my equipment over there. Hope I appreciate y'all sticking around. No sugar for your coffee, no coffee for your cream. Through this jungle, came out with my flesh. All my clothes are gone and only I was left. I saw your sympathy at the cafe across the street. You took my hand and wouldn't let me speak. But oh, baby, is it good enough for you? 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 Oh, baby, give you $5 if you give me 10. Take you out to dinner, babe, and after they already went, get you a new car that done been wrecked. Play the game and then ask you for a bet. I said, oh, baby, is it good enough for you? Oh, baby, is it good enough for you? Oh, baby, is it good enough for you? Oh, baby, is it good enough for you?
The interesting fact is that also that day in Dealey Plaza, we have another individual that's associated with both of those people. And let's see if you can guess who it is.
Until August the 8th, and the day that Oswald tried to infiltrate our organization was on August the 5th. After that, when I turned down Oswald's offer, I found him in the street carrying on a rally in favor of Fidel Castro with a big sign in his chest reading Viva Fidel. And
now the headliner of our show, direct from New Orleans. Ladies and gentlemen, Jada!
Jada, how long did you know Jack Ruby?
I knew Jack Ruby for approximately 4, 5, 6 months.
In what relationship?
I was employed as the feature at the Carousel Club, and I had known Jack before I went to work there, and I had a slight hassle with Jack, and I had left, and that was the end of my association with Jack.
What about politics? Does he seem interested in politics, particularly regarding the Kennedys?
I have heard Jack talk about the Kennedys, and I've been trying to think, and it's so confusing today, but I believe he disliked Bobby Kennedy.
Do you recognize her? Let's see if this helps.
And here's a little gal that I know you're going to really learn to love, because she's a fine singer and one of the finest little gals that I've ever met. Let's give her a great big welcome as she sings a song that she had a big hit on called Dumb Blonde. She ain't no dumb blonde, though. Pretty Miss Dolly Parton. How about
Don't try to cry your way
I watched a short clip with Kenny Rogers talking about Dolly Parton and their relationship, and he said that he had never ever seen her without her wig and her full makeup. Now that struck me kind of odd, as if she's hiding something. And as I thought about it, I looked at her face a little closer, and she sort of reminded me of Drew Barrymore. So I wondered, what was Drew's mother doing?
It was a wolf whistle then. I can't believe it. Is it the Likely Lads? Sorry about that.
That was very nice.
Did they do wolf whistle
That
in
was
America?
very nice. Whoever wolf whistled, that was nice. Makes me
Don't
feel good.
encourage them. Could be someone off a building
No,
site.
at 49.
You know what they're like.
No, at 49 years old to get a wolf whistle is damn cool. Oh, can I say damn?
You can say damn if you like, but you can say 49 years old. Are you really 49? You've took my breath away.
Really?
I didn't want it anyway, it smelt.
Have you always been so naughty, or is this a recent thing?
I think you...
So if you're familiar with my work, and you've seen what we've done with Churchill, and you watch the beginning of this video, you see that H.L. Hunt was, of course, Churchill, and also played Lionel Barrymore. That's Drew Barrymore's great uncle. So you see that these people are actors, and they're all related to the mainstream media owners, such as the Hunts. In addition, we saw Dolly Parton being introduced by Porter Wagner. Let's take a look at him and see what connections he has to this.
So, I guess they was going to walk off and leave him. You know, not knowing they was there and seeing I knew where they was at, I walked over and picked up a stick and picked them up and put them in a Winston package. I think I picked up two and put them in a Winston package, and then as I was walking back, I picked the other one up by hand, I believe. And I picked them up with a stick, you know, keep from leaving fingerprints on them, because I figured
Calloway did go after him, didn't he?
Yeah, Calloway took off to go try to catch him.
And all of a sudden I heard some shooting. In fact, I heard 5 shots coming from the direction behind the lot over on 10th Street there.
The television show Dallas was one of Tex Ritter's favorite TV shows. And we see Larry Hagman, of course, who played JR. The 3 tramps that were arrested that day are not who people have claimed they are. They are, in fact, members of the music industry, and they are associated with the rest of the individuals that we have been identifying as members of the Country Music Hall of Fame or the Grand Ole Opry. Their identities are as follows. Tramp number 1, we have Danny Dill. He's a songwriter from, of course, Tennessee. He was identified by the news media as being a Harold Doyle. You can see where they get the name from, since his name is Horace Dill, and he just dropped his middle name. But that individual that they have identified is the person, but he's using a fake name. He was nominated into the Nashville Songwriters Hall of Fame in 1975 and is a member of the Grand Ole Opry, as many of these individuals are. Tramp number 2, we have Harold Lloyd Jenkins, aka Conway Twitty. By using the ear biometrics, we can match the ear and have a positive hit on this, and we can see also that he has ties to Peter Sellers, and you will understand the full significance of that connection and that relationship in a few more minutes as we will discuss his role in this event. We can see that Conway was never a member of the Grand Ole Opry, but was inducted into both the Country Music and Rockabilly Hall of Fame. Tramp number 3, we have Whitey Ford, Benjamin Francis Ford. This individual has been misidentified as E. Howard Hunt for many years. If you examine E. Howard Hunt's ears, they have different lobes than this individual, so we can positively say that this is a match as well. We also see that he was a member and inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame, as like many of these individuals are, and has ties to just about everybody that we have covered.
Dislodging him from this depression in the seat cushion and already favoring Mrs. Kennedy, he automatically fell in that direction.
Of course, James is one of the famous photographers that day that took some very interesting photographs, but you might know his voice from somewhere else.
The one thing that did seem to be a little bit strange, immediately after the car proceeded on to Parkland Hospital,
My name was Curtis Gowdy.
men with drawn guns ran up the terrace.
My mother was the only one to call me Curtis all my life. I went by Kurt, C-U-R-T. I didn't have any nicknames or anything.
And when were you born?
Born July 31st, 1919 in Green River, Wyoming.
Kurt became well known as the voice of the Boston Red Sox. Plus he did a cameo on the movie The Naked Gun in 1988.
Visit, including reporter Bob Huffaker.
My assignment was to go to Maine and Acard and to broadcast the motorcade as KRLD's last stop on the...
Of course, when we interviewed these two, I wouldn't have known at that time that they were lying. There would have been no way to know this. But 50 years later now, we all know it.
The final shot had to come from the grassy knoll somewhere in that area to hit him in the side of over his ear. There was at least one shot came from that direction, and it took the top of his head off and blew his brains out and backwards. And I would swear that over my mother's grave to this day.
If you say so.
My folks and friends. But I thought, I don't know a soul in California.
And I want my $500 back that we paid for the interview. But anyway, well, what about the Mrs. Willis?
Headshot seemed to come from the right front. It seemed to strike him here, and his head went back, and all of the brain matter went out the back of the head. It was like a red halo, a red circle with bright matter in the middle of it. It just went like that. It was a terrible time.
There was a garden, a beautiful garden, we all want to see someday.
Now, Kitty Wells was very good friends with Patsy Cline, who we know played Marina. So here's Kitty at Patsy's memorial. But look who else is there.
What could have been, and what actually was, is a painful story for the loved ones of performers Patsy Cline, Hawkshaw Hawkins, Cowboy Copas, and pilot Randy Hughes.
I was about 4.5 years old when it happened, and my brother was 2.
Patsy's daughter Julie and granddaughter Michelle were just a few of the family members on hand for the dedication of this memorial in Camden, Tennessee. It's a granite reminder of the plane crash 33 years ago. For Julie, it's a loss she will always feel.
And I sometimes wonder if who I am
is a painful story for the loved ones of performers Patsy Cline, Hawkshaw Hawkins, Cowboy Copas, and pilot Randy Hughes.
I was about 4.5 years old when it happened, and my brother was 2.
Patsy's daughter Julie and granddaughter Michelle were just a few of the family members on hand for the dedication of this memorial in Camden, Tennessee. It's a granite reminder of the plane crash 33 years ago. For Julie, it's a loss she will always feel.
And I sometimes wonder if who I am and what I am is a lot of what she would have me be.
The family's loss is often overshadowed by the fans' loss. But no matter how it's viewed, it was total devastation.
It's the worst thing I ever saw.
That is Hawkshaw Hawkins. And on top of that, wait till you see who else is there with him.
It's the worst thing I ever saw. And I'd seen some bad ones, I thought.
Troy Odell was the first official on the scene after the crash.
The first thing we noticed was treetops broke out. And then we came on down, and there's a big hole in the ground where the propeller hit. And then all down this hollow was just covered with debris, body parts. And it was a terrible sight.
Jean Shepard is the widow of Hawkshaw Hawkins. She attended the dedication with the son her husband never knew.
I had a 15-month-old son, was 8 months pregnant with this one when his daddy got killed. And he was born the 8th of April.
How many mothers out there would forget your child's birth date if it happened a month after your husband died in a plane crash?
A month after the crash. So I had a rough time.
Fans of Patsy's have long been able to visit the crash site, leaving notes and remembrances at this mailbox. But the newest memorial honors all the victims, which means a great deal to Kitty Wells and Johnny Wright, who counted them all as friends.
And it's kind of sad in a way, you know, to come back here and know so many.
Johnny Wright, the guy standing right there next to her, is Cowboy Copus.
Crazy.
Dad has a wall full of Mom's awards. I even accepted one for her after she died. But there's one honor that can't be matched.
What she might say was the best thing ever happened to her was become a member of the Grand Ole Opry. She wanted to be that. Before we moved down here, she said, I want to move to...
Charlie Dick. If you haven't caught on by now, the Dick jokes, they love them. There's a reason why you're going to find out at the end. But, as you can see, Charlie Dick is Cowboy Copus, who's still alive. And of course, he was supposed to go down in the plane with Patsy. Right. What liars.
How many shots were fired?
Walter, the obvious way to answer those questions seemed to be to talk to our eyewitnesses in Dealey Plaza. Ask them how many shots they heard and in what kind of sequence. So that's what we tried first.
And this heart shall cease to beat, and they lay me down to rest.
There were 4 shots.
How many shots did you hear?
I heard 3.
The first and second was further apart than the second and the third. In other words, that was a bang and a bang bang like that, you know. But how many shots did you hear?
3.
In how long a period of time?
Oh, I see. Just about like that, you know. Boom. Then boom. Boom. Something similar to that.
I would say bang, bang, bang.
There's definitely 4 shots.
Yeah, the one I call a graveyard blues. I kind of put it together myself. And it's pretty hard to sing, but I'll give it a try.
Well, just 3 quick bursts.
This is Hank Williams Sr., and this is after his death. So, he gained some weight, I see. Good thing we have those ears to identify him with.
Like bang, bang, bang.
There is an old axiom among lawyers that nothing carries more weight with a jury or is less reliable than eyewitness testimony. In this case, we have just learned that the testimony of assassination ear witnesses also is unreliable.
Word from Ron Ryland in the mobile unit that police have a suspect from the Texas Theater. He has a gun.
We joined a police motorcade that was dashing to the Texas Theater where they had a report of a man coming in there that was armed.
Let's listen to that voice one more time.
We joined a police motorcade that was dashing to the Texas Theater where they had a report of a man coming in there that was armed. Of course, everything is black. The movie is going on. About I would say 200 or more police officers went into the theater and found a man.
Ron Ryland. More like Ron Reagan. Remember, he's good friends with Tex Ritter. They've done many movies together. And just look at his hairline. And look at his hair. I mean, it's exact. The hairline with the widow's peak.
Found a man sitting in the second row from the back that was armed with a shotgun.
Beverly Oliver. We interviewed her back when we did the production for our video documentary, and this is a photograph of me when I was 17 with her after the interview, and of course she playfully threw me down on the bed. So she's always been a very likable, friendly person and enjoyable to be around. She's been on my Facebook friends list ever since. When I looked at that photograph, I saw Carly Simon. So if Beverly is telling the truth and that is her daughter, then it's interesting because when I went to look up Carly Simon, I found Beverly as her sister. So I believe that this individual that she's calling her daughter is actually her sister. And the rest of the family, I think you'll find quite interesting as it plays a major part in this project. You'll see what I mean in a moment.
This is a story of three sisters named Simon. Joanna is tallest, Lucy in the middle, Carly the baby. It is a story of love and friendship in a family of wealth and drive, and of how this small circle has grown to encompass a world of music. Their mother, who sang to them as she nursed them, is Andrea Simon.
I believe she is Katharine Hepburn's sister, Marion Hepburn. Try Beverly Oliver.
Anna chose opera for her career. Lucy developed her style from
and keep you coming back so they can sell advertising. That's all it's about. They're the ones that own MTV and all the other stations that we see all this crap being forced down our throat from.
Could you see Viacom trying to do a deal to buy a Netflix?
I think right now the relationships that both Viacom and CBS have with Netflix, where we put our content on there, where we receive revenue, is exactly where we want to be. We're in the content business, and we do a great job of it. We're not looking to get into any other businesses.
Arrested him, charged him with the crime, so we put out some news releases about that. We turned in on them.
Tell me about
we included the king, and the king got angry about that, and that's how it all started.
So you heard Cherie Redstone herself say they're in the content business, and all this stuff is made-up content. King Gustav is the one that sent his daughter over. Remember Princess Victoria, the one who posed as the owner of a government rag website, Stephanie Sledge, who I went to Arizona with, who tried to get all the information from me about my investigation into these people. Go to my YouTube channel and you can watch the video where I taped her, and you can hear it out of her own mouth about how she was trying to get the information from me, but I wouldn't budge. Hilarious. King Gustav. Whatever. So Oswald's friend, Wesley Buell, took him to the depository that day. Here he is, telling his side of the story. And then we'll find out who this person really is.
Well, he come to me Thursday, November the 21st, and asked me could he ride home with me that afternoon. And I said, well, yes. And I said, well, why are you going home this afternoon? And he replied that he wanted to go home and pick up some curtain rods where he could put some curtains up in his apartment. And I said, oh, very well. And then I said, well, will you be going home with me tomorrow also? And he said no. He said he wouldn't be going home with me on the 22nd.
And I want to introduce Buell, who I've got now. He's a good friend, and he's one of the most honest people I've ever met. He's one of the most honest people I've ever met, and I want to hear what he has to say, too.
Okay, thank you, Hugh.
Let's start with that morning, November the 22nd, 1963.
The whiskey opened in 1964, and I was producing Johnny Rivers, who was the act that was there all the time, most of the time. So I was there almost every night, and that era was fantastic. And then in the 70s, we opened the Roxy and the Rainbow, and that era was fantastic. And now this one is, because my son Nikolai is running the strip, so to speak. So
keeping it in the family.
Yeah, right. But I got some more when he's ready. There's other kids coming. So.
I'm just curious to know, what would it take for you to kind of get back into the record business?
Lou Adler. This one's an interesting one. This one definitely follows the check the spouse scenario, and you'll find out that he is playing several other figures in the public arena. He does play Tennessee Ernie Ford, and we see him here in an episode of Lucy.
Hello, Mr. Higgins. I heard on the radio that you were moving here today, and I thought I'd stop by and welcome you.
Well, ain't that nice, Effie?
Oh, it sure is.
Well, like I said before, and like I've said a million times, check the spouse, and you'll see they're all the same. Even the divorced ones. Now, we misidentified Wesley, or Lou, as being at the Dealey Plaza a week before the anniversary was to take place. We photographed this individual that claimed that he was at the plaza during the assassination, and he has very similar traits to Wesley, but it turns out it's not him. After doing a very close examination of the ears, we can say that this individual is actually Sir Ian McClellan. This next individual, you may know him currently as he played the judge for the Clay Shaw trial. Welcome to family member Warren Buffett. Part 3 of this documentary will cover the Oswald shooting, as we have new information and new evidence to show, the Payne family and their connection to all this, and the Bush family and who they truly are. The reason why we're not discussing the Zapruder film should be quite obvious. They want us to discuss that. They want us to debate and speculate about how they pulled off that scam. But I'm not going to do it. I'm not falling for their tricks. We can prove that this event was a non-event just by what we've shown today and the association between all the eyewitnesses and the corporations behind it. That is clear, crystal evidence that the assassination did not happen. How they pulled it off doesn't really matter. Maybe when we get one of them on the stand and force them to answer some of our questions, we'll get a little bit more of an insight about how they pulled it off. But until then, you know exactly who you should focus on and hold accountable.
Scientists from all over the world have put their brains together to answer the world's greatest question: is the Earth really flat?
If Einstein were here and we're talking with Einstein, we could talk for hours and hours and hours. And you know what question will never come out of our mouth?
What if the flat earthers were right and the Earth was, in fact, flat?
Thing and let go. Besides, even if it was flat, it's not like you're going to make it to the edge anyway, you lazy shit.
Thank you. Peter Frampton on the guitar. How about those drummers?
because of being this world has set up a world of symbols and once you understand how this system works, for the first time, the world opens up to you. All of it is right in front of you. If you don't understand what the words are, what the words mean, you're never going to figure out how this stuff works. There's a very similar, slightly intricate symbolism that has been imposed upon this country, and the people have no idea the world what's going on. And I will guarantee, no matter how interested you might think you are, I will guarantee that you have no idea in the world how the world actually works. You need to understand that when even on your check, when you're writing a check, the place where you put your name on a check, look at that line. That's your sign line. Get a magnifying glass and you will find that's not a solid line that has a name on it. That is written, it's a typewritten sentence that's been honed down to microscopic size. Get a magnifying glass and read on a check what is said where you sign your name. One of the most interesting symbols in Druidism was a magic wand. Magic wands were always made out of the wood of a holly tree. It's made out of hollywood.
Earth is flat. Bang. Yeah.
Water, the unparalleled substance of flat Earth.
That stuff is flat. That stuff is what? That stuff is flat.
These Japanese pictures, I've seen them. Put them up.
They don't
They're
have
terrible.
that kind of
Show me a
space
real
satellite.
picture. Show me a real picture.
Listen, NASA
Find
does
it.
not have one of those satellites.
Fake?
Why do you think that's fake? To make it look like this, which is what looks real.
If that's real to you, man, they faked 6 moon landings.
Stop saying that.
you, Shred?
and someone else says it's flat. That's worth reporting. That's worth reporting. That's worth reporting.
Hello, allow me to introduce myself. My name is so nice to meet you. Earth jam to not to. SpaceX, another thing to doubt to. They say Earth is spinning and it's a ball, but honestly, they don't even have any proof at all. Not even a video, pictures are always composite. Dropping knowledge like a bank deposit. I'm on the money when I said their pics are fake. Tired of NASA playing game like I'm in an arcade. I'm about to go Hadouken like a Street Fighter. Taking it back to the 80s like Spencer for hire. The rocket landing is a joke, who's in charge? CGI for that to land on that barge. People actually believe what they see on TV. They'll believe the government when they finally get ET. When will America wake up to the lies? To worry about getting Big Mac and the extra fries. Hello, allow me to introduce myself. My name is so nice to meet you. Hello, it's been a while, but go ahead and just smile. My name is I got a treat for you. That's right, Scarecrow's back in the building with a nice jam for all you lovely children. Trolls be hating, I'll be forever debating. Ain't got time for those that worship Satan. What's next? You're gonna apply to be a Freemason? Hide the history books, the facts you're erasing. How can y'all believe that? It amazes me, bro. Whoa, don't get uptight, don't tase me, bro. Yo, NASA, I got a quick question. Why is Earth a ball? Yo, it has me stressing. Neil Titan said it's a pear, but I'm not dissing. How can it be a sphere when the shape isn't? It might be a circle, but it might be a flat surface. But to lie about the Earth, I think you have a purpose. But that's to take the money and worship the sun god. Worship an object in the sky, yo, that's kinda odd. Hello, but go ahead and just smile. My name is I got a treat for you. Let me set this straight, I was once like you. I used to hurry back home and I missed curfew. Used to do drugs behind my parents' back. Believe whatever the world told me as fact. Used to believe my friends always had my back. Believe NASA when they told me the world isn't flat. Now question things, check that, I mean everything. Question any info, especially what NASA brings. They lied to you already, how can you believe them when they lie as much? Why wouldn't you leave them? Why would you continue to enable them? Stop watching your TV, don't believe the cable, man. Think for yourself like I started doing for myself. Now they're trying to toy with your health. You believe whatever you wanna see. Everything's controlled, you're not as free as you wanna be. Hello, allow me to introduce myself. My name is so nice to meet you. Hello, it's been a while, but go ahead and just smile. My name is I got a treat for you. Well, hello there. Hi, nice to meet you. I'd like to tell you that the world's still flat.
Earth is flat.
But I don't have much patience for anyone who denies that this challenge is real. We don't have time for a meeting of the Flat Earth Society.
Emma en George rijden op hun fiets.
Sticking your head in the sand might make you feel safer.
Please, can I have my straw hat? Straw hat.
Head in the sand might make you feel safer.
Please, can I have my straw hat?
But I don't have much patience for anyone who denies that this challenge is real. Flat Earth Society.
Used to think about what's real and true, what could not be proven, what could be assumed. I used to think Galileo would agree that the world was round and you'd come round to me. But I have looked for you and you're nowhere in sight. The world must be flat, the Babylonians were right, and now all I do.
Built in front of it. They want to be slaves.
Now I risk sounding like a conspiracy theorist, but it's no longer a theory. What I'm about to say is fact. The secret organizations of the world power elite are no longer secret. They have planned and are now leading us into a one-world communist government.
Well, you may have seen it on your way to work or school or just driving around. A new billboard has some people thinking about the Earth.
And asking the question, could the Earth be flat? Greg Argos is here with more on the movement that is taking on centuries of scientific research. Greg?
It really is, guys. And Yuki, this was just unveiled just yesterday, in fact. This billboard, a digital billboard unveiled yesterday, and it's calling into question a theory most of us have accepted, that the Earth, of course, is round. But those behind this billboard say, well, we've all been tricked.
Drivers heading eastbound on the Schuylkill already battle some serious traffic. But now there's another distraction slowing them down, and it's just 100 feet above their heads. This bold three-word billboard, research flat Earth. Earth is flat. Earth is flat. He says NASA's pictures and spacewalks showing a curved Earth are all made up.
We believe it's all faked. All of it's in front of CGI.
This ad will be blocking drivers' attention.
I guess the Earth is flat.
Augmented virtual reality. The spacewalks are, for the most part, done in desalinated water tanks.
Now, he says he plans to unveil other ads in Phoenix and Denver in the coming weeks, and he's actually getting a lot of hits on his website.
Coasters?
You name it. I mean, it's all there.
Coasters.
All right, Greg, we're going to keep an eye on that billboard and to the sky.
Yeah, I'll be doing a lot better if you take your drink off my platter of the platters. And please use my coaster of the coasters.
To rather you're just pushing this guy.
Seems on some of these it's entertainment, and he does entertain the crowd, and he has people laughing at these events.
Maybe we could say it was a funny drug reaction to the flu.
$250 billion a year in the Defense Department. What good are they if they show nothing?
This virus and its symptoms. Can you help us separate fact from fiction here?
Always look flat.
With a lot of stuff.
A package, banker bailouts, constant lies, wars, crime, stealing our lives.
Have you ever looked away? Listen to some tunes?
Space is fake AF. Space is fake AF. There's more than stars. You see planets. You can see moons. You see the yes. It don't matter. It's the sounds not the limit. In fact, to the moon, it'll never sunk in. But we haven't been back since 1972. Destroyed all the papers and blew up the Challenger crew. Except for the twinsies. Space is fake AF. Space is fake AF. Look out into deep space away from the sun is the darkest mind you can imagine. Hey space boy, you broke my rocket heart. Where are the stars? Is it bright or is it dark? The vacuum of space, oh the tomfoolery.
What happens if you get a leak on that?
Hubble, etc.
Oh, okay. So if the Earth were actually this size, the International Space Station would be orbiting about a half an inch above the surface. And the dude who jumped out of a perfectly good balloon, what's his name? Felix Baumgartner. He would have been about 2 millimeters above the surface of this globe. That's his edge of space jump. Now, you know, I don't. It's fine. He wants. I don't have a problem if he does it, but the honesty of it would greatly diminish.
Go ahead, go try and find one. I guarantee you can't find one that looks real. Hey, like.
curvature of the surface. Wow, he's in space. Look at that. No, he's not. At that height, you don't see the curvature. If you are 2 millimeters above this beach ball, he just don't. That stuff is flat. That stuff is flat.
When water is contained, it will never display a curve on its surface.
And then I showed examples of wide-angle lenses curving horizontal. I tweeted that. But I don't want to be a spoiled, curmudgeon or anything. I don't.
Water in it. It's flat. Straight across, no deviation. Scale that up to a pail of water. Is the water in that pail going to be flat? Damn sure it is going to be flat level, 100%.
Okay.
From here. Scale that up to a swimming pool. And he's like, the earth is flat.
That stuff is meters above this beach ball. He just don't. That stuff is flat. That stuff is flat. That stuff is flat. And then I showed
swimming pool, the water in your swimming pool flat.
I tweeted that. Space jump.
I know mine is. Yeah, well, let me ask you something. At what scale does water defy its own physics and start to curve?
But I don't want to be a spoiled, curmudgeon or anything. I don't want you to be distracted by things that are not. That's all I'm trying to say.
Go with the flat earth theory.
You know I had to tell him. Yeah. The earth is flat. Bro, you need to check your facts. I got high up through the roof. Then I landed on the moon. The moon flat too. In reality, everything is just in 2D. Like a video game from 1983. Sides scrolling up and down the street while y'all sleep. Call me B.O.B. cause I don't see the curve. Messing up my vibe, yeah, you got a lot of nerve. Read a book, nah, I don't wanna learn. Read a book, nah, I don't wanna learn. They say that we are cake. For me and my homies, we don't say it, we just spray it. I'ma leave it, I'ma stay it. Do your research, how much I gotta say it. Earth is flat. Bro, you need to check your facts. I got high up through the roof. And I landed on the moon. The moon flat too. In reality,
fascinating. And how that works exactly.
In 2D, like a video game from 1983. Sides scrolling up and down the street while y'all sleep. Y'all sleep. Y'all sleep.
The skull and crossbones flag in Ron's office. Lying to the public in the media.
Knowledge
can be very badly
that
hurt,
searchers
injured, or
of
die from
cosmic truths
from
have
this.
arrived at. And in there is their enthusiasm, their excitement. You end up liking their subject even if you didn't care about their subject because they brought enthusiasm to it. Curmudgeon or anything, or just tall. I got one, you ready? Now, what? Knowledge that searchers of cosmic truths have arrived at. And in there is their enthusiasm, their excitement, or just tall. I got one, you ready? Now, you know, I don't imagine or anything. You don't see the curvature of the Earth. You just don't. That stuff is flat. That stuff is flat. That stuff is flat. So we could draw it that far back and say we are family.
So Neil, you're not a climate scientist, but you're a very distinguished scientist and astrophysicist.
Not true. Arguments you did. If it was round, stuff would fall off on the other side. You can't have people standing upside down.
Thing he called a cotton gin. His name was Whitney, and they called him a crackpot, too. And they said the same thing about a man called Watney. And before that, there was a man who thought the world was round.
Tampa, about the bubbles in space coming up from the helmets. Yeah, you guys are in an underwater pool.
From space, and it's clearly flat and round. The other question I would have for people that think the Earth is flat.
This is Christopher Columbus and goes for a flat world.
I know, but really, you're such a dreamer. You'll go out there and you'll sail right off the edge of the world.
Oh, bravo! Hey, was that moving? Was that a great bet? Have your permission to sail? Have you had your shots?
Welcome to the show where you don't know if it's part of the show. Welcome to the show. If you don't know, it's part of the show. Didn't they teach you to reach for the stars while opening up the bars and keeping you chained down with mortgage bills and cars? Vaccines for your arms, kids sounding like supercharged, caffeinated hate-filled scars and rage-quit repertoires. No answers for yards, caught up in emotion that's not even yours. Imposter truths like impeccable retards, lined up for your serving of Gish Gallop and wars. No remedy can save the lost, in love with the yarn. I'm tired of walking into refracted shards, poor science displayed by disgusting bards. Soaked in sin with your dupe is delight in a new hand of cards. Been so long, seems like for love I'm just too hard, I'm just too hard. I said, welcome to the show where you don't know if it's part of the show. Welcome to the show. If you don't know, you don't know. Intoxicated 8 makes you believe you're spinning in space while you have no shame or grace. It's a disdainful state I used to contemplate, how to save myself from my own self-hate. Wonder why I was even made with a dreadful fate, forced to try and awake with a full plate. No one to help me stay awake or educate. I've had to liberate and fight through hidden gates, but my brother, heaven could never be late, and rockets don't work in space. It's all fake, the show is on Mars. It's a joke, but you're too far gone, it won't be long. Fepe's beak is strong. We have our song and we march along like streams of knowledge leading to God's holy pond, and lives of truth that hits the bong and sings the song, turns mankind from the wrong. We come in peace with a holy gown and all of us wearing our holy crowns. Said the earth is flat and we probably just won't get along, just to go along. I said, welcome to the show where you don't know if it's part of the show. Welcome to the show. If you don't know, you don't know.
took to the moon.
Astronauts to the moon.
The pro shop called. Your new putter has arrived.
The President of the United States and the new Congress will depart from the Flat Earth Society attitudes on science of the Bush administration. That isn't that I'm not respectful of the views of some on the subject. It's a new idea to some, and we have to make the case that. Well, I know, my views have followed this issue for years, and I'm disappointed that the administration has taken the point of view that they did.